Okay, so we'll move on from the intermission just whenever Dmitry is ready, and he's going to present to us the CSM integration request for proposal.
Yeah, hello. Happy to be here. I'm Dmitry, a technical leader of a group of contributors working on community staking initiative. And today I want to give you a short overview of a not that recently, but posted request for proposals for CSM and Simple DVT integrations. As you all know, Simple DVT is about to get to mainnet. We just heard the updates on it. And CSM, the first ever permissionless module in Lido, is also about to get to the mainnet within this year. And what do we need for validation, actually? On top of a great protocol with great superb conditions, you also need to run the validator itself, node, validator, and all that stuff around it. And this is a crucial part of validation itself. That's why we, as a group of contributors, think and believe that we don't need to create yet another tool that will be tailored specifically for Lido stuff, to run a node, to run a validator, because there are already a lot of them on the market. And we do believe that we need this integrations, we need to have this experience of setting up a validator, nodes, and everything else as easy as possible, so that community stakers will not only be able to join Lido, but will be able to do it in the smoothest and easiest way possible. Yeah, so what do we see as integration? When we speak about integration, we assume that existing software providers or software plus hardware providers who are already working on building software to prepare this validation setup, to maintain validation setup, will integrate CSM and Simple DVT in terms of parameters and something else, we will talk about it later, into their systems, so that community staker will be able to use software that he prefers much or the most, while participating in CSM, Simple DVT, and probably any other protocol that also is supported by this software. Now let's take a closer look on how the actual integration might look like. To keep it simple, we prepared a short guideline. We created 4 tiers of integration, starting with the tier 0, the very basic integration, the very essential things like setting up nodes, setting up validator, NEV boost client, and on top of that, preparing the correct parameters for deposit data, so the message that should be submitted to the deposit contract, NEV boost configuration, and other basic stuff. And no more than that. So really simple, and it will help community stakers not to mess up with the configuration and numbers and so on. The second tier that is built on top of the previous one, as well as the others, aims to add additional functionality, so that using a tool, node operator will not only be able to set up and maintain validator and nodes, but will also be able to view some parameters from the Simple DVT or CSM as a smart contract, and also get alerts about the most important events that he needs to react to. Tier 2 is also built on top of the previous tiers and adds on-chain interactions. We all know that for some of the tools that help prepare a validator setup, this thing with connecting a wallet is not an easy task, and not all of the tools actually support it. That's why this is only included in a tier 2, where you can not only prepare, set up, see parameters, but you can also interact with the network without leaving a tool. And the top tier here is tier 3, is everything described before plus graphical UI, where node operator can see all the things happening with his validators, both in terms of local software, in terms of smart contracts, and all other stuff. You can definitely read more about it if you follow the QR code on the screen and read the actual RFP. And the last but not the least here is to answer simple questions. So first of all, who can submit proposals? As I mentioned before, any software providers who are already working on a software to run validator, to run nodes, can easily apply. We are not looking for something that is built on top of nothing. We are looking for partnerships with the software that already exists and users already use it and like it, so that they can not exit or not change software, but keep using their beloved software and also join CSM or Simple DVT. What applicants will get? It is really simple Lego grant for actual integration implementation, because we all understand that any implementation has a cost. What should be in the proposal? There are several simple things that should be included. They are also listed in the actual RFP, but let's go through them very quickly. So the general overview of the tool that is integration is aimed to build on top of. The design of the integration, how the developers see what they are willing to implement, probably referring to an integration tier that will be great, or any other ideas. So you should never limit yourself with the described tiers. You can propose to improve integration, to add some astonishing features that we never thought of. That will be great. For sure, it should include request for budget, timelines of a development, so how long it will take. Keep in mind that Simple DVT will go live on mainnet pretty soon. There will be several waves for sure, but we'll also need to keep it in mind, and we definitely need to keep in mind CSM timeline, and CSM will most likely go to testnet in summer 2024. And the last but not the least, estimation of a maintenance cost, because we all know that it is not enough just to develop something, you also need to support it. So estimation of a maintenance cost will also be valuable here. Where to submit your proposal? It is extremely simple. Go to Lido Research Forum and under Community Initiatives category, create a new topic where you will submit your proposal, and further discussions with the LEGO committee will take place. And the final thing, the deadline for the submission is the last day of February, and this year it is luckily February 29th, so you have 1 day extra. That's pretty cool. So make sure to submit your proposal before this date. If you have some questions, or you don't know how to properly frame the proposal, or you just need any clarifications, feel free to ask on a forum or in Lido Discord or in any other communication channel where you will be able to reach to Lido contributors. And that's it from my side. Thank you so much. And we are waiting for your proposals, guys. See you.